Previously on Trails Through Daybreak, Yume Kafai's secret apprentice split a leaf into two thinner halves and defeated an entire Jaeger unit by herself. Maxim and Judith were caught by a sketchy tabloid reporter who accused them of having a secret relationship. The party took on a 4SPG where the client was a victim of a phishing scam, but the culprit was only a peon of a larger scamming operation. Are people still gonna mug me in this district?
I don't think I've seen you before.
Hope they will, that way I can get experience off of them to get reset back on level with everyone else. My herbs get pretty good reviews. I promise you'll have a good time. Just take them in moderation, of course. Heh. And be careful who you do business with. Plenty of bad actors here in Edith will sell you dirty stuff. It can get you in real trouble. For a while, I remember A was trafficking these shady steroids. Guys say it's real good when you take it, but it wrecks you in the long run. I'd steer clear of that stuff if I were you. Before I came here, I used to think the Blacklight District was the absolute rock bottom in Edith. Just a terrible place. But living down here has changed my outlook. It's abrasive, weird, definitely, but you know, it's kinda comfy. I can take on clients at my own pace. I don't have to worry about the cops. Life here is good in its own weird way. You just need street smarts down here. You gotta make sure you don't get tangled up with the wrong people. But hey, I can deal with that. We're on the streets that the big A's finally cooling off. It's been about 2 weeks since they were last around. Maybe they're finally pulling out of Edith for good. And good riddance, I say. I can finally get back to business with them gone. I just remembered, there were these gangsters who came to my shop a while ago looking for some strange antique. Hindsight says they might have been working for A. Makes you wonder who's been pulling the strings behind all this. Even I can't say for certain. Today, mosey on up to Altair for a little business negotiating. I've got to set the stage just right. That means triple checking my schedule, arranging gifts, and favors, the whole 9 yards. Maybe I should include little notes too. New Year's is almost here. I'm sure they'd appreciate the goodwill. He sounds perfectly polite and thoughtful, but I don't want to even think about what he'd put on those notes. Yeah, I feel sorry for the poor schmucks he's working with. Who are you, lady? I've never seen you before. Lady, are you talking about me? Or no, I'm a guy. Really? You're so pretty. I thought you were a lady. That's okay. Hey, will you hug me and pick me up, please? Or sorry, I'll have to pass. This place just gets weirder and weirder. You think this kid would have learned to be more careful around strangers? He's really taking a liking to you, hasn't he? That's so sweet. Mr. Dingo knows so many cool stories. I want to be just like him when I grow up. I'm gonna travel all over the world and meet a ton of people. And I'm gonna give everybody big old hugs.
Let's talk if you've got a minute.
Damn, not a peep from your channels, huh? That's pretty surprising. Sorry about that. All I can tell you is that it's not coming from Messeldam. I don't know what specifically you're trying to dig up, but if you're gonna try and find some other informants yourself, you better be careful. Oh, hey there, Spriggan. Hey, Van, didn't know you guys were down here. Doing a little onboarding for your latest hire, it looks like. Kinda, though he's just a temp. Pleased to meet you, Mr. Brad. My name is Katra Salesian. I've heard plenty about you from my colleagues. From what I gather, you've lent your talents to both the Institute of Science and the Verne Company on several occasions. Yeah, I exchange intel for their inside scoops every now and then. I scratch their back, they scratch mine. So wait, you're the kid that Hamilton... is something the matter? What's up, got word from the grapevine about him? No, not exactly. He's just reminded me of an old scoop I'd forgotten about. Anyway, I heard you pulled your own weight out there in Basel. That's real impressive for a kid your age. If you can already hang with Van and his ragtag bunch, you'll do just fine at the Solutions office. Thank you, of course I'll pour my all into my work here. I'd heard he was handsome, but seeing him in person is really something else. I can see why Mr. Arkride and Miss Yume place their trust in him. I think you're perfectly handsome too, Van. It's alright, Agnes, you don't have to try and pity this poor ugly old geezer. He's just too far gone. How about you, though? Are investigating out investigating something? I know you ran out on your date with your little gal pal. Oh, you ran to Marielle, did you? Yeah, I had to scram. Although I did recommend she hit the bathhouse, so her time wasn't a total wash. What's up? Sounded like you had more to say. Is everything okay? Sorry, just lost in thought. I'm following a lead at the moment. Nothing solid yet, but yeah. I might actually have to hit you up later, if that's okay. You might know a thing or two about it. Fine with me. You know my door's always open for you. Having a guy like you in my line of work is a real cheat code. I'll always lend you a hand. Agreed. Please don't hesitate to come talk to us, especially now that we have extra hands to help. Thanks. I'll let you guys know if I end up needing outside help on it. I was a Northern Jaeger in another life. That's the only reason I have any connections at all. But I'm done with that business now. I only hear the occasional whisper from my friends in those circles. That's still valuable intel regardless, and it's good that you're sharing it. I try to do the same with my info so that we all benefit. Which I appreciate. You don't try to leech off me like some other men do. At any rate, there's no going back to where I came from. This is my home. I gotta just find a way to hack it down here. I heard her mention the Northern Jaegers. That must mean she's Northumbrian. That place is still real poor for obvious reasons. They finally broke off from Arabonia last year, but they ain't exactly had it easy since then. My hands are too dirty after all these years. A gal like me doesn't belong on the surface. And I couldn't go back to the Northern Jaegers, even if I wanted to. They all broke up. Just gotta lie low and make it work down here. I can't just think for myself anymore anyway. I gotta take care of the other two. Not to change the subject, but it sounds like Buzzraider beat you guys to the punch the other day. Oh, the thing with Judith Lancer, yeah, that they did. Our editor gave me an earful about it. But, well, they beat us fair and square. Nothing I can do about that. Now we just wait and see if their report actually holds water. You said it. She's a ditz with capital DDs, but I just don't see her pulling some midnight tryster or a dope like him. I can see him doing it, though, the horn dog. You got that right. I imagine the truth is somewhere in the middle, and we'll happen upon it soon enough. If there's anything this job's taught me, it's that the truth tends to show itself right when you least expect it. You might be onto something there. That's just your intuition talking, or are you keeping secrets again? Like with that kitty case back in spring. You knew what was up and you still kept your mouth shut. I haven't forgotten that, you know. Well, let go of that already. I just didn't want to interject myself into that whole debacle. Nothing more to it. Oh, is it just me, or does Van seem to loosen up around him? They talk to each other like they're brothers. Indeed, I don't believe I've ever seen Mr. Arkride act in such a manner. Rather a change of pace. I believe Mr. Kincaid is older than him too. He might be the youngest in his old friend group. But I guess he's close enough to Dingo that they talk more like brothers.
Alrighty.
Anyway, I've got a jet. I have some investigative work to wrap up this evening. You know, you guys have really been making waves with all the work you're doing. Just don't burn yourselves out, okay? Same to you, pal. Work ain't everything, yeah? If my map's right, then the warrant they have out for me should expire after 3 years. It's been 2 years since the stabbing, so just a little more time and then I can leave. Leave and live a life full of love again. I'd really love to go to a cafe up on the surface and enjoy a nice drink. Soon I finally can. I just have to be patient and hang in there a little longer. There are so many scary people down here, and none of the shops here are all that trendy. It stinks, really stinks. But I have to be patient. I can do this. I'm so close. I can taste the freedom. The freedom to love whoever I want, however I want.
What'll you have today?
Yeah, you're not running from them. They're running from you. The people in the Blacklight District. Those Amada bastards, they hit our hideout and nailed our top brass. Doc, you gotta come see them. They're on the outskirts of town. Real deep shit here. Outskirts, so he's not inside Edith proper. I can do house calls, but they don't come cheap. I want $1 million up front, per person, and then, let's say, $3 million for each treatment. Does that sound good to you, boys? What, you want $4 million a person? You trying to bankrupt us, you money-grubbing bitch? If you don't want to pay, fine. There are plenty of other doctors out there you can turn to instead. Take it or leave it, boys. This is an awfully tense place to be. You can cut the tension with a knife. Yeah, those mafia goons are always trouble. Just look the other way and move along. I get those sort of clients all the time lately, though still not as much as before. Ever since Almada rose up the food chain, I've had their victims lining up for blocks outside my door. Can't help but wonder how much my services are really needed, though. Really, I'm just some black market quack who's fallen from grace. Heh. You know what's great about the Blacklight District? The sun never rises on this place. It's always nighttime down here, and that means party time, so sit that butt down and drink until you drop. And you're not the only one who's invited. All of you should stay here and have some fun. Take it from me. You'll be glad you did. Let me tell you, our girls here have the best tips you've ever seen, guaranteed. They know how to buck and twist them just right, and the sounds that they make with those silky smooth voices of theirs, Now, doesn't that just sound steamy? Come on in and take a look. We're always happy to give you a little taste of what our girls can do. In a previous life of mine, I used to sell all kinds of stuff. Money was good, job was easy, and nothing felt better than swindling whatever poor bastard walked into my shop. I've been on something of a hiatus from all that, but I'd just love to get back into the swing of things given the chance. Hey there, come on and have some fun. Just don't get too naughty, alright? I think it's been 8 years since I pretty much washed up here. Time really flies, doesn't it? I broke my back getting this far, but now I've got all this to show for it. I can count on my harem to get the job done. They're what keeps me around. I can't bring myself to retire from this business when I've still got all of them. And how could I ever forget Tracy? The man lives for his job. I can trust him with just about anything. He's reeled in some fine customers in his time, and that motivates me to keep this place spick and span so they all walk away satisfied. Well, I'll be damned, Spriggan. We're on the streets that you folks tussled with Almada's crew out in Basel. Don't play coy with me. You got the underworld talking. Heard even Marduk had to get their hands dirty. Hope you realize what kind of hornet's nest you've gotten shook. You ain't careful, you'll have a one-way ticket to an early grave. What? An event? Hey, did you read this month's BuzzRadar? I haven't yet, but my friend told me that they wrote about Judith Lancer. At first I was shocked by it, but the more I think about it, maybe it makes sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally, I hear you. Judith Lancer sure is famous, getting people to talk about her as much as they do. I feel like I've been hearing her name come up an awful lot in the past couple days. I know, I wonder if something happened to her. What, feeling a little concerned for her? I suppose so. It's hard not to worry when people are speculating about her so much. Are you a fan of hers, Agnes? I am, but that's not the only reason I'm concerned in this instance. We fought together alongside each other one time. Those two were discussing the contents of BuzzRadar, yes? I've seen that magazine on newsstands from time to time. Yeah, it's something of a rival to Meld, the place that Dingo works for. BuzzRadar's got more of a dicier rep by comparison. Gotta take their stories with a couple of grains of salt and then some. But it's always possible those guys managed to actually dig up some sort of scoop about Judith, for better or worse. If you guys are that curious, we can always buy a copy at the bookstore. You can consider it another way to gather intel. You rely on even tabloids to gather your information. Is that really such a good idea? Don't get me wrong, about 90% of what they publish is bullshit, but ain't smart to write off rags like that altogether either. I just want to know if something happened to her, at the very least. Hopefully BuzzRadar can explain that. What? Then let's go ahead and swing by a bookstore later to pick up a copy. Doesn't hurt to check it out. Karen tries to act like she isn't barred, but she is. It's written all over her face. Not that I mind if she is, I just wish she'd put it off to the side while we're supposed to be out patrolling. Anyway, you can be sure we'll be keeping a sharp eye out so no trouble slips past us on our watch. Can't have you guys hogging all the glory. I had a feeling people were in a weird frenzy this morning, but I didn't think the reason was because of some celebrity scandal. Part of me wants to write all that off as just dumb noise, but between you and me, we do have some investigators in our ranks who are playboys. If someone on the force ended up on a tabloid, I'd probably take it a little more personally. We are talking about colleagues here, after all. So I don't know if BuzzRadar is doing themselves any favors by attracting so much ire. They're playing with fire, if you ask me. If they end up getting raided because of something dumb they did, I hope I don't get roped into it, but knowing my luck. Huh, Maxim did what to Judith Lancer? I knew people said he was a womanizer, but I thought he was still a good guy deep down. Guess not. What a bummer. Maybe it's just a bunch of haters trying to spread lies about him. No, probably not. I feel so let down. Sigh. Judith Lancer and Maxim, what's his name, are an item now, for real? Talk about Eerie. What the heck happened? Was she crying about losing the Best Actress award and then he pounced or something? I don't know about that. I get you're shocked, but I wouldn't jump to conclusions if I were you. It was BuzzRadar who broke this story. They're a pretty nasty bunch. Every talent agency out there's blacklisted them for a reason. Not to mention, this is pretty sensitive stuff we're talking about here. The line between a celebrity's private and public life is hazy. Huh, you actually sound like you know what you're talking about for once, Peter. What gives? Did you eat something weird today? Oh, do you not know? Then again, Peter's not one to really bring this kind of thing up. Anyway, I know he doesn't look it, but his dad's the president of a talent agency. He's practically entertainment nobility. Will you knock it off about my looks? Sorry, I'm not as hot as I'm supposed to be, I guess. I didn't mention it before because I'm not on the best of terms with my dad. I only brought up that other stuff because I thought you two should know. No way, Peter, does that mean you get to hang out with celebrities as much as you want? So I don't want to talk about it. Think whatever you like. Did San really not know about it? I could have sworn I at least told her once before, huh? I had no idea Peter was the son of an entertainment company president. That's so hilarious. I don't get that vibe from him at all. But I guess it kind of makes sense the more I think about it. That explains why he knows such a specific stuff. I gotta give him credit though. He doesn't really brag about it or anything at all. He's just a pretty good guy. Peter's so bad at being direct that it always gets him in trouble. When it's not making him late, it's causing problems with his dad. We could have put this behind us a lot sooner if he had just come out and told us what he needed to.
One bullet can
Instead, he gets all sheepish and makes everything worse. Sigh.
Showing of the smash hit.
That's interesting. Not used to seeing him hang out by a window all that much. Indeed, he does. Though cats can be such fickle creatures by nature, I'm sure you all know. Nevertheless, seeing him in such a high spirits always puts me in a good mood as well. I'm happy when he's happy. I can't believe how worked up everybody in the city is. Getting over such salacious news. Something like that would be inconceivable back in the Central East. I'm glad my son is at Sunday school, at least, so he isn't exposed to any of this. I really don't want our son hearing such lowbrow talk from other people. It just wouldn't be good for him. Whoa, did Judith Lancer and Maxim Luke Gunn really? Oh, no. What am I doing? I can't be borrowing customers like this. They're here to relax. Maybe I'll buy a copy of BuzzRayer on my way home, though. It can't be easy being famous. I couldn't say where or not that article has any merit. However, what I can say is that when Judith visited our cafe some time ago, she was pleasant to serve, a perfectly normal woman. Fame certainly has a way of making a victim of one's own success. It's unfortunate when it means someone can't carry on a normal life, truly. Good to see you're doing great, Julian. Sounds like things are going well over at Aramis, too. Yup, I see you haven't changed a bit either. I know you're always busy, but I hope you have time to coach me again sometime soon. That'd be really great. Sure, I can do that. Can't really say no when it's you. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahad, Albus, and Regina to join us. Make it a whole get-together. That sounds less like a get-together and more like a recipe for an incident, if you ask me. Not to change the subject, but you two know each other? I didn't realize that. Yep, he goes to Force Military Academy. He's a member of Class 7 there, to be exact, just like I was. She went before I attended, but she and the other members have still done so much for me. I wouldn't be the man I am today without all of the guidance of my awesome instructor and the other graduates. Wow, that's amazing. When you say instructor, you don't happen to mean... Oh, I'm sure he does mean the big hero of the war. This kid just gets more and more intriguing the longer we talk to them. I know I'm not one to talk, but it's safe to say everybody who comes out of Class 7 is unique, to say the least. Anyway, I'm sure we'll run into each other a lot while you're here. If anything comes up, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to listen. Alright, I will. Thanks, Fee. Good to see you. Class soft spot for Julian since we come from the same school and all, so I suppose I can give him a little coaching. Maybe I'll see if I can get Elaine, Lahad, Alvis, and Regina to join me. Make it a whole get-together. I really owe a lot to the older members of Class 7, especially Fee. She gave me a ton of useful advice when I first came to the Republic to study abroad. Instructor Irene pushed me to come too. I wouldn't be here without him. All the more reason for me to succeed so I don't let people like him down. The paparazzi are saying Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugon are a thing, huh? Huh, give me a break. When you've been in the entertainment business as long as I have, you have developed a pretty good instinct for what's legit and what's total crap. But it doesn't always take someone like me. Anyone who's been following both of their careers will tell you them getting together is a stretch. The thing about entertainment is you're selling your name and reputation. Unfortunately, some people make their money by misusing it. Entertainment's a dirty industry. You're selling your people's names and looks when you get down to it. Pretty much coming from a fashion scout, I know. The problem is, once there's a value to your name and face, people can take them and come up with whatever crap they like to make a mirror. To put it another way, gossip rags like BuzzRayer depend on their subjects and notoriety. It's the only way they make a living. Whew, I finally finished reading my copy of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators. Oh, it feels so strange. Why do I have the sense of lost now that it's all over? I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition sometime. I need to contact the publisher and find out. All normies are getting up in arms about some scandal going on, but me, all I care about are crimes. The bigger the better. I wonder if they're going to put out a new edition of Perfect Crimes by Perfect Perpetrators sometime. I should contact the publisher about it.
Oh yeah, I should read up on that rumor that's been making the rounds. Maybe I'll pick up a copy of BuzzRaider while I'm here.
Just found out that Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugan are madly in love right now. How scandalous. I'm not into movies or Z1 racing, but even I've heard of those two. I think I'll pick up a copy of BuzzRaider. It wasn't on my to-buy list, but I'm just dying of curiosity. The tabloids are selling like hotcakes here. I'm just about to run out of BuzzRaider copies. It's craziness. Though I'm feeling a little conflicted about it, given the unseemly reasons behind the increase in demand. When you purchase a copy of BuzzRaider at the bookstore, the main story will advance. Okay, so do not buy here. Hold off.
Indeed.
Wait, can I not buy things normally? What the fuck? Oh shoot, that's a scam. What? How do I buy from their normal fucking menu? Okay, the guide says that I can still do quests even after buying the copy of BuzzRaider. But I saved just in case. Once the party bought their copy of BuzzRaider, proceed to page through its contents outside the bookstore. Judith Lancer and Maxim the Red Comet madly in love, it says. What? Those two? Maxim as in Maxim Lugon. He's the Z1 champion, yes? I do recall both of them being single, but is it really worth people getting so worked up about it? We're talking about two big celebrities possibly getting together here. That's reason enough to work people into a frenzy. But I think it's safe to say it's what's actually an article that's got people talking. Maxim Lugon has lovers in countless places. Word on the street is that he pays visits to these women while taking his road trips. We at BuzzRaider believe that Judith Lancer is one such mistress of his, tricked into becoming one after being fed lies by the race car driver. Okay, now I see what all the fuss is about. The source for this article seems rather unreliable. Agreed, it's hard to take this article seriously with a material like this. All they've got to back their claims up is a single photo. The rest of it could be absolutely be totally made up bullshit. Which, to be fair, is pretty par for the course for magazines like that. So no surprise there. That's good to know. I can't say I'm otherwise in the habit of reading these sorts of publications often. In any case, whether those two have gotten together or not is their business. It's not our place to comment on. Yeah, I suppose you're right. But if you ask me, I can't see someone like Grimcat hooking up with the likes of him. Though I wouldn't put it past her to have a whole harem of hot items hanging around her. Sure would be nice if fancy cars really brought that sort of attention to a guy, I'll say that much. Man, what's the matter? Sorry, I got lost in my own thoughts for a sec. Let's get moving. I can't believe what everybody's saying about Judith Lancer and Maxim Lugon. That sort of gossip's right up your alley, isn't it, Sloth? You bet your ass it is. There were rumors flying around that Maxim was fooling around so much, the guy had mistresses all over the place. Nobody saw him bagging Judith Lancer, though. Makes you wonder what fate is in store for such a power couple, don't it? Sheesh, you're practically frothing in the mouth, man. Apparently it's not so credible, so all this excitement will probably die down before long. Man, it's been a while since we had a celebrity scandal happen that was this wild. If we combine that with all the other rumors, I've got a feeling the truth will reveal itself. Sloth's always enjoyed talking about scandals and stuff for some weird reason. I remember when some boxer got arrested for doing drugs. He kept going on and on about being the dark side of the sports world or whatever. He was obsessed. If only I could get him to shut up.
Ah, welcome.
A new recipe.
I hope to see you again.
Oh, don't mind me. I was simply mulling something over. There's something fishy about that whole scandal. Perhaps I should report to the elders.
This tastes great.
Great news. We've decided to open 2 new Kayunji branches. We bought 2 properties. A building Messeldam that emptied out after terror threats and an Anchorville storefront that got damaged last month. Literally taking Almada's old stuff, huh? You can be sure we'll be making them special places to visit. Yeah, get that smug look off your face. These ventures of yours sound about as virtuous as Aaron. So why open source in those places? Are you trying to keep an eye on Almada? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm only trying to spread the joy of authentic Eastern cuisine to more places. Mind you, the plan isn't set in stone. We got the properties for cheap, but depending on their condition, we might reconsider. After all, our organization is nothing if not flexible. We're good at thinking on our feet. Really wish I could bring I wish I could bring the whole party to all of this so I don't miss a single line of dialogue, damn it. We're very much interested in expanding into other regions. Depending on the condition of the properties, though, we may pull out. We'll just have to see.
Delicious!
Miss Mao complimented me today. She said I'm doing a good job studying everything I need to know for this job. You can't work here unless you know your stuff, so I really hit the books when I was hired. How am I supposed to be a good server unless I know the history behind our dishes and what makes each of them so special? You never know when that knowledge might come in handy on the job. There's tons of different types of Eastern cuisine in the Republic, including some that originated elsewhere. The stuff we make is similar to what's served in Longport, but it came from far east originally. People there brought it here by sea routes. And there's other cultural stuff that came in by land, including the idea of wabi-sabi, or beauty in imperfection. It's all so fascinating to me, and it makes me want to sit down and try all kinds of Eastern foods. I finally found the Roman cafe that everyone's been talking about. I love me a good cafe, so when I heard about it, I knew I had to come see it. Turns out it's just as nice as everyone says. The drinks are to die for. And it sounds like it was worth the trip. I'm happy for you, Odette. I can tell you're busy with work right now, but don't forget to take a break yourself when you can. This is a cute little place. Also, Shino's drinks are killer. You love it. I love it here. Albert doesn't seem to be having as much of fun, though. I think I'll give him some space. Our student council work has kept us really busy, so I was hoping he could take this chance to rest and relax.
Indeed.
Hey, Anya's. What is it? Never mind, it's nothing. Cough, glad to see your work, sir. Going well. Stay safe out there, alright? Am I seeing things, or is this kid starting to change his tune? Yes, he and I had a bit of a talk after our trip to Basel. He should fully understand now that I'm proud to be working with you, and that nobody's forcing me to do so. Oh, I didn't know you told him that, but still. There's always a chance that something could still happen to Anya, so you need to be ready to protect her at a moment's notice. I don't know if that talk was all that effective, Anya's. Sure it was, he just needs a little more time to accept it, that's all. When I agreed to tag along with Odette on her cafe hopping trip, I didn't expect to end up at a place like this. It's pretty calm and relaxing, I'll admit. Definitely a good place to do some thinking. Hey, listen, Agnes, just try to stay out of danger, alright? If you run into any problems, you can always come to talk to us, you know that, right? Turns out that these two are Agnes' classmates. They mentioned that they enjoy visiting cafes, so today I'm doing something a little different and serving up cappuccinos for a change of pace. I can only imagine how busy student council work must get. Hopefully they'll be able to relax and unwind a little while they're here. Well, I'm sure they will. Nothing beats your place when it comes to that. Take good care of them for me, alright, Shino? Absolutely. I promise they'll get my absolute best service and then some. Welcome to Cough. Dang it, I choked on some popcorn and my throat still hurts. Sorry about that, but Cough, who wouldn't choke after hearing about such a big scandal?
There's a new movie!
Love is a lot like sweets when you think about it. It comes in all kinds of different shapes and flavors. Take Jiv and Maxim, or Maxif as people call them. On the outside they might look like a really sweet lovey-dovey sort of couple, but you can't just make a good sweet by piling sugar on top of more sugar, and my gut tells me that's exactly what those two have going on. It might give you a sugar rush at first, but sooner or later you'll get tired of it and it'll all come crashing down with a nasty stomachache.
I heard.
I wonder if my sister cares about what's been happening with Judith Lancer. I'm worried one of the editors is going to ask me to write up a story about that, and I really don't want that to happen. At some point, everybody at the company is taking to calling me Super Gopher, and I want them to stop already, sigh. Yeah, why do they do that? Is he just the best writer in the entire company and they don't, and he doesn't know it? That stuff in Basel the other day sure caused me some problems. All of my contacts in Parliament have refused to speak with me recently. The CID has likely been pressuring them to keep quiet on recent matters. Well, it probably isn't just some. There's a lot of red flags about all of that between Professor Cronkite being reassigned and Verne's board of directors getting shaken up. Well, if my sources won't speak up, then there isn't much I can do except wait and see how things unfold. When you go about this job the way I do, making compromises with the people you're dealing with is the price you have to pay. Marielle's got the day off today. She said she was going out to lunch with somebody, I think. Wait a minute. Could it be who I think it is? Ooh, I'm crossing all my fingers and toes for her. Go get him, girl. Youngins won't stop yammering on about that scandal Judith Lancer found herself in. An actor's job is to act out stories, not be a paradigm of morality. But young people these days want them to be as pure as the driven snow. I can't understand it. As if that weren't bad enough, I hear there are entertainers called idols that sell themselves on that exact hogwash. How embarrassing. So I've had a handful of chances to talk to Judith Lancer, including when she came to our theater to promote Golden Blood. Though I may not know her well, it saddens me to see her go through such a tremendous scandal. I suppose these moments come with fame such as hers.
Soon begin.
It's becoming quite the headache for us too. We now have people inquiring about the matter to us.
Please proceed to the entrance.
Putting all that nonsense aside, this week's top recommendation has to be, without doubt, Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. It's a biographical film about Sheena Dirk, portrayed by none other than Nia Findley, who's sort of at the center of attention these days. Although some objected to a person of Eastern heritage playing such a role, I'd say she was born for the part. A lot of grown-ups are recommending Mishi and Boots to kids, but they wouldn't be saying that if they saw it for themselves, shiver. Did something happen to Judith Lancer? Why is everyone talking about her? Someone said she's making love, but I don't know what that means. I heard she does that in Golden Blood's director's cut, so maybe that's what it is.
Soon begin.
The rumor going around about a particular actress has caused quite a stir around the city. I don't really know much about the situation. We do sometimes read the actress in question, but it's not as though we're acquainted with her. So I can't say whether it's true or not. We just don't know any of the facts.
Is showing on screen too?
Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. How many tickets do you wish to buy? Alright then, who should I invite?
If you have a ticket, please proceed to the entrance.
Catre Reset. Tickets for Gloria, Dawn of the Revolution. It'll be $600 for free. Van decided to let everyone loose so he could watch a movie during his work break. After inviting some company to tag along with him, they made their way to the theater. Sheena Dirk was the leader of the Calvardian Revolution and the cornerstone of the newly founded Calvard Republic. Despite her youth, Dirk commanded the attention of the nation. Her unyielding patriotism resonated with the citizens of every class and background. She quickly rose to fame alongside her comrades. Atkinson, the former general of the Royal Army, Auguste, a philosopher, and Aramis, an artist. Together, these four heroes weaved their way through the tumult of their time, all the while carving a path for a better tomorrow. Their efforts culminated in the Battle of Edith, igniting the flames of the Calvardian Revolution. May 1100 of the 70th calendar, 5 minutes before the start of the Battle of Edith.
My body won't stop shaking. I thought I made my peace with death long ago, but I guess I haven't. And even now, I'm racked with doubt. Can we really change the history of an entire country?
Of course we can, Sheena. The victors are free to write the history books however they please. Once we toss the tomes of the ancient regime, we'll write a new history. One that is centered on the people of this country.
You're right as always. Victory is our only path forward.
The Revolutionary Army is now at your beck and call. They're awaiting your orders, Commander Dirk.
It's time for the dawn of a new era for our homeland. Let us seize the future with our own hands!
That was a very excellent, entertaining retelling of Sheena Dirk and how she brought about the revolution. It's difficult to fathom that she was exactly my age when she thrust herself into such a historic battle. I guess she would have been now that you mention it, huh? She made a hell of a sacrifice in her lifetime so we could enjoy some amount of peace in our time today. We owe her more than we'll ever know. Indeed, they say it's the goddess's will when history we are all meant to be given life and fulfill our purpose. If that's the case, then I, for one, hope to make the most of the time I'm given and live my life to the fullest, just like Sheena Dirk did. Yeah, agreed. The professor is the one who taught me what I know about the Republic's history. But even on its own, it's simply a good movie worth watching, a nice celebration of the savior of the country. Yeah, I could see how it would inspire someone to want to learn more. Definitely have to assume some of it was embellished at least a little for entertainment's sake, though. Yeah, but still, I like movies like this that have something educational to offer. Thanks for taking me to see it, man. That helped me brighten up my mood. Hey, looks like they're selling commemorative brochures for this movie. Maybe I should pick one up as a souvenir. Purchase. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work. 108 years ago, Sheena Dirk Nina Fenley laid the foundations of the Republic in the Calvardian Revolution. Though she was just an ordinary student at the time, Sheena gathered comrades from every caste and background who share her cause. Follow their travels as with a love of country in their hearts, they make their way through their turbulent world until the Battle of Edith, wherein the Calvardian Revolution began.
Let's see what we've got.
Okay, underground fumigation, Dither Scorpion, and the underground maintenance tunnel. No more scent, which means we're done with the inspecting bulletin boards for today. Today's quota has been met, but if we've got the time, we should finish the other job too. Understood.
Both of these requests certainly sound intriguing. Hopefully you don't need to turn into the Grendel for them, though.
One can only hope.
Got this new brother who's been calling back over and over. Always nice having a repeat client like that in my job. That's one of those once-in-a-lifetime faded meetings you hear so much about. Glad you liked my ride enough to approach me. Always just keep carrying the vibe with me wherever I go. If you ever need anything, brother, just let me know. I've been thinking about it constantly for the past 3 days. We only got one thing left now, and it's to tear it up even harder next time we take the stage. Let's prove to the label the idols can be successful. That way they won't even think about disbanding us. We've got a new original song ready to rip. Let's make sure it's a smash hit. Yeah, you said it. Lulu is all wishful thinking. I wish it was that easy. But either way, we're out of options. This is our last shot, so we've got to make it count. Let's practice for a bit more. Make sure everything's perfect. All we need is for 50 people to show up. Oh, okay. I'll talk to my neighbors again and see if they can come. I made friends with my bus driver and manager at work, so invite them too. I'm counting on you. I'll handle the music side of things. I know a pretty popular singer, so I might be able to ask for help there. I got no choice. I'm running thin on options here.
Good stuff right here. The very best.
The new menu I came up with is selling like crazy, just as I planned. Soon the top spot among Riverside's food stalls will be ours. No, not yet. If we aim for the top, there's one hurdle we must still overcome. The mobile car people talk about is my next target. I think I've seen it before. It's that food truck that shows up here sometimes, yeah? I'll go have a look-see next time they're here. Primo's and new recipes are a total hit. Man, I've never seen her sales go higher. I wasn't so sure about all of her new ideas, but oh boy, I'm sure glad I gave her a chance. And all the better, because those sales are paying off her paycheck. We're actually barely breaking even. I'm looking forward to the Revolution Festival next month, but what do you say you two come pay me a visit in Crossball after the New Year? I heard they're playing that new Mishi movie in the theaters here in the Republic. I love the chance to take Amiya to Michelin Wonderland. That sounds nice. I made myself interested in Crossbell's dolls in the theater. I just never had a chance to visit because of the tumult. You're just as focused on art as always, Nadia. I can't say I've seen much when it comes to dolls lately. But Ark and Seal is much more interesting than the movies. I bet even Amiya will have a blast. Oh, I heard about Ark and Seal in Sunday school. They say the action scenes and the dancing are so cool, and they don't even use special effects like in the movies. Oh, you want to see them too, Amiya. You've grown so much. Here I thought you'd only want to go to Michelin Wonderland because of Mishi and Boots. Well, about Mishi, Colia, that movie, how can I put this? Amiya went to go see it with some friends the other day. Isn't that right, sweetie? Am I missing something? No, I wasn't scared of Mishi in that movie. It was just, Anyway, I'm really excited to visit Crossbell. We'll be going after a Revolution Festival. Seems the Mishi and Boots movie has a lot of graphic violence, maybe? Yeah, it sounds like Mishi is a swordsman in that movie. It's gonna be my first time seeing Daddy's workplace, I think. I've never seen him work. The high tensions between us and the Empire made so we couldn't visit Colio after he went there. I guess that's just part of the job when you're a diplomat. Colio's always been very passionate about other countries. Only naturally he'd want to share that passion with us. I really hope some of his worldliness will rub off on our daughter. I love the chance to get to meet some new artists and visit foreign museums. I thought it would be a good idea to bring my family for a visit now that tensions have calmed down between Crossbell and the Empire. But I guess not. I thought Mishi was all the rage with girls Amiya's age. Oh well, it's not like Michelin's all that there is to see in Crossbell. It'd still be worth it to have them visit.
Alrighty.
There's been a lot of interest in Altera as of late due to the plans to build a Z1 racetrack there. There's a lot of interest in holding the Z1 Grand Prix in Crossbell too. It'll be nice seeing all the cultural exchange the future will bring. I'd love it for my family to get a chance to see that, to enjoy and take it all in. I want to show them all that my workplace has to offer. Huff huff, just a bit more and then I can call it a day. I don't want to risk missing the concert tonight. Lily invited me to see a up-and-coming artist named Jess. But first the shower. Last thing I want to do is show up there all sweaty. Well then, I better start preparing for today's lesson.
Goddess Arusha.
Calvard's Revolution Festival is fast approaching, now only a month away. We'll need to start preparations on our end in concurrence with Edith Grand Cathedral and the other chapels. It's a very special day to all the citizens of our country. The Central Eastern temples will be joining the prayer services offered. Feel free to participate if you're so inclined. We've got Sunday school today. Did you both finish your homework? Yep, I got the worksheet right here with me. Nope, I didn't even bring my worksheet. That's not something you should be proud of, Erle. You want to copy mine? Yeah. So I hope Erle's mom doesn't get mad at her again.
Well?
I hope Erle's mom doesn't get mad at her again. Wait, why am I worrying about that? You're fun, Lolo. You can come to me whenever you need to. I don't know if we're gonna get along, but we gotta try, huh? I did my homework, but Erle didn't. I'm letting her copy mine. I wonder if it's okay for her to do that. Does she even ever study? I'm trying my best out there, Graham. I'm sliding those corners, getting better at staying in my lane. But my Kabul still won't cut it against those darn high-bloods. I hear you, Jennifer. Just take a deep breath. Jennifer's still pretty wound up about losing that race. Goes to show she's taking things seriously, at least. It's not skill that's holding her back, it's her car. She's a great driver in her own right. But there's not a lot to really be done when it comes to her car. Graham! Her Kabul's no slouch, but still being left in the dust despite all the work she's put into it. At that point, all you can really do is get a new ride. Or maybe, we might not need to give it up just yet. I got my baby back. Oh, leave it to Bradley to work his magic. It's like she never left my side. It's also like the dirt never left my side. Jeez, he could have at least cleaned her up a bit. She's filthy. Man, that made me sound like a total jerk. I'll give my baby a good wash. Downey weirds me out a bit. Don't know why. I don't want to hang out with him.
Okay.
My baby came back to me. My sweet, sweet baby. You're a sight for sore eyes. I'll give you a big smooch and never let you go. I get that I fixed their cars and everything, but they don't gotta make such a big deal about it. Hey now, don't make a scene in front of the shop. And be careful out on the road. Here's some foes prowling around.
Initiating charge!
Oh, that is a lot.
Max boost!
Going all in.
Okay. Plasma sphere.
Keep it up! Activating drive!
Plasma sphere.
Activating drive. Energy output at full throttle.
Okay. Well, place code.
Suggest we strike now.
Lapless code. Activate!
A chance! This'll hurt.
Make it
This'll hurt. Here goes.
Okay. Hopefully this you don't have any weird all-hitting AoEs.
Make it count!
This'll hurt.
Point bullet.
Think fast. Take this.
Stop right there!
One skill coming right up. There. Activating skill. Here goes.
It's already sealed, huh? Nice.
Going all in.
Okay.
Might want a boost here. Initiating drive.
I won't lose!
Energy output at full throttle. Initiating drive. Activating skill.
Reset!
One skill coming right up. Here goes.
Okay, Gloria gun, even if it costs me a ton.
Activating drive.
Make it count!
Might as well use a vandalized raid.
You got this. Time for the main event. Vandalize raid. Up to you, Reset.
Okay.
Initiating drive. There. Activating skill.
And one. After only got like one turn, that enemy. Well, maybe 1.5 turns because of that getting sealed. Yeah, it got sealed.
Stats upgraded.
Okay, good. I managed to level up some holo cores as well. Revelation found.
That takes care of that.
Reward deposited.
Need more chaos, damn it. Got one more free time. Okay, I can only do 3 of them. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Van, over here! Hey there, you're both looking well. Same to you. It's good to see you again. She means up, by the way. She's been really desperate to meet up with you. Shahina! Oh yeah, I hear you've been asked to perform in Trion Tower. You two are really moving up in the world, ain't ya? I suppose. The Tourism Association here in Edith contacted our agency and requested we put on the show here. Sounds like our performance in the St. Colonel Cavalcade made an impression on them. And I bet they were also blown away by the show we did with Ark and Seal and Crossbell. Speaking of which, I want to hear about how that went, but first we gotta wait for the others to show. Sora, Shahina. Welcome to Edith. What's up, you two? It's difficult to believe only a month has passed since we last met. Well, hey everyone. You all came to see us. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Oh, I don't believe we've met. We haven't, though everyone's told me quite a bit about you both. My name is... Katra introduced himself to them, and the whole group celebrated their reunion. After that, they all made their way to Old Town. Whoa, this is awesome. I can't believe we get to see something like this here in Old Town. Those two are so amazing. Yeah, they're even better than I expected. Heh, they've clearly honed their dance routine. I know they just wanted somewhere to practice before the big event, but I feel kind of rude not tipping them for such a damn good performance. So, there's nothing like a good bath after dancing. I like this place. It's different from the hammam we have back at home, but in a good way. Right? It's our favorite place around here. Oh, and before I forget, I brought you all some Shia bar from Farbat. I hope you like it. Really? Oh, you didn't have to. Thank you. What a lovely gift, Miss Sarah. I'd be honored to have some. Man, chicks love chatting. They're not getting out of there anytime soon, huh? It's fine. Let them catch up. Why don't we grab some sherbet and kill some sherbet and kill some time with Katra since he's waiting outside. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad your performance of Ark and Seal went great. Yes, we received your letter about it right after the show concluded. And I hope you guys didn't mind. We were both so jazzed up about it. I had to tell someone while it was all fresh. I mean, how often do a couple of street dancers like us get to be directed by the fervent dancer, Ilya Platir herself? Not that we were intimidated by them or anything. They might be famous, but we kept up with them and the routine just fine. You never get tired of telling everyone all that, do you? It's all you've talked about ever since we got home. Honestly, I don't actually remember the performance that much. All I remember is that this exhilaration once it was all over. It was kind of like I was in a trance. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. When you get so absorbed in a performance, everything else vanishes. You could call it dancer's high. It sounds like it was a really stimulating and fruitful time overall. Absolutely, I wish we could watch you two on stage, now that you've improved so much. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our schedules are going to line up to see your show today. Well, I'm really sorry. Speaking of which, how are we doing on time? You've still got your rehearsal, don't you? You sure it's okay for you to just be hanging around with us? It's fine, I double-checked everything earlier, so we should still be on time. I'm the one managing our schedule this time, so we've got nothing to do. Oh no! Shahina, what's the matter? We got a problem. I totally screwed up our schedule. We've only got half an hour before the rehearsal starts. What? Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Please don't be mad. It's okay, Shahina. Time flies when you're having with friends. I should have been on top of things too. But we should get going. Gotta get to the venue soon. Hopefully your truck can take Alright, let's go. I'll bring the truck around. You don't have to, man. It's okay. It'll be faster that way. Knowing the timetables and how long it'll take to get there on foot, you won't make it in time by taking the subway. That's indeed correct, but if you allow Mr. Arkride to drive you, you'll arrive with even a few moments to spare as long as you take the highway. You should go. I'll keep him informed on the current traffic conditions while he's on the road. What'd they say? Just go ahead and get your things together. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, thanks a ton, Van. I'm so sorry we have to take off like this, you guys. That's okay, we'll see you two again soon. Van's a great driver. He'll make sure you make it in time. Good luck, you two. Thanks, Anya. So we owe you all one. Sora and Shahina climbed the advanced pickup truck and made a beeline for the highway. Unfortunately, a traffic jam! No! This is traffic at a time like this. I took the shortest route too. It would appear that construction in the area is the cause. Not to mention the accident on the expressway. Real bad timing there. I bet it was caused by Almada. This is awful. It's too early to give up. Are you guys prepared to make it no matter what? What's he gonna do? Drive on top of the other cars? Yeah, even though we really messed up. We'll do anything to perform our dance for the capital. Then hold on tight. I'm gonna use a back street. What? A train track? An underground railroad? Are we even allowed to be here? Maybe not, but it's not like anyone else uses it anymore. I know of an exit near Trion Tower. Buckle up, because I'm about to let her rip. Alright. Whoa, there's another car down here, and there's a couple of hotties in the back. Hell yeah, that thing's got some awesome parts on it. This is our lucky day. There's another car on our tail. Must be some scumbags from the Blacklight District. Well, they ain't gonna catch me. Make them eat our dust. Could not animate that part. We just know they exist and nothing more, huh? Alright, 5 minutes till your show starts. I think we're gonna make it in time. Y'all okay back there? Heh. Haha. I felt like I was in a car chase scene in a movie. My heart's still pounding like crazy. You have our thanks, man. Had it not been for you, we would have surely been late. We're in your debt once again. Hey, I'm just doing what any of your other fans would do if they were in my place. Anyway, I'm impressed you could handle my crazy driving and laugh about it afterwards. You two are made of stern stuff. I mean, I won't deny it was a little scary, but we had faith that you would keep us out of harm's way. We'll invite you to one of our performances in the future as thanks. I hope you'll be able to come. Yeah, please do. Looking forward to it already. I'll ask the others if they'd like to tag along too. Alright, we're almost there now. Good luck, you two. Thank you. In the end, Van was able to see the two sisters safely to Trion Tower. On his way back to the office, he listened to their performance on radio, which seemed to be a roaring success.
I just know you and my sis would go great together.
Shahina! You're going to make Van feel awkward.
Got dancing veil. Is it even worth having, though? Good for dealing with enemy arts and that's it, huh? I don't know if it's totally necessary. Okay, new Orbal camera feature. Dingo got in touch with me about helping him test the new functions of the Orbal camera he just got. Apparently we'll need to use my car. When I've got some time, we'll see about helping him out. We're doing this test in the outskirts of the city. Guessing it involves the wireless boosters and extenders that are being set up along the highway then. Hey, you really don't let any technology news pass you by, do you? I just happened to catch a rumor about it. The test is for a new cutting-edge feature for Orbal cameras. It's called cloud storage. It lets one upload data directly to the Orbal network using those wireless boosters and extenders. If it works properly, I'll be able to capture and save more photos and videos while I'm out in the field. Having a copy there also makes it less likely for the data to be lost or damaged, supposedly. Damn, technology sure is advancing fast these days. The tech's still in development, though. A small portion is being tested by the military. But I do expect the feature to hit the market eventually. How do you get your hands on it? You testing them for Marduk or something? No, I got it through Kitty. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You met her for that case with the rich kid last year, right? Yeah, we swap info every now and then. It's funny to think about how many shared acquaintances we have now. Fate works in weird-ass ways. You can say that again. Stop the car here. This is your first test spot. That's right, I won't be long. Works like a dream. The transfer speed isn't half bad either. Do you mind driving me to the next spot? Sure thing. You met her shortly after our first encounter, right? Huh? Kitty. Oh yeah, feels like it's been ages since then. 5 years ago, I helped her shake off an insane jackass, and then I got her into Crossbell, where she took refuge for a while. Sounds like she was going through a difficult time. That ain't the half of it. At that point, she had given up on a lot in her life, and she was also really aggressive. Funny, that's exactly how I would describe you from back then. You used to be constantly at my throat, remember? Yeah, I guess I was. Not to make excuses, but I was young and dumb. I'd only just started out as a spriggan, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Yet even so, I couldn't help but be drawn to you. Your latent potential is clear as day. I wish your assistants could have seen what you were like at the time. That makes one of us. The sooner everyone can forget that period of my life, the better. But I'll never forget how you were always looking out for me, despite how much of a walking hazard I was to myself and everyone around me. I still remember the first piece of advice you gave me.
Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue in how to move forward in the gap between the two.
I only vaguely recall saying that, to be honest. Those words helped me out a bunch of times. Is that so? Oh, pull over here. This is the second spot. We're a good bit away from the sea, but the signal's still decent. The transfer speed is a tad slower, but I can deal with it. Could you take me to the next spot? Will do. I hear you hired yet another assistant. The number of people in your employ is growing fast. A little too fast if you ask me. But at least I don't have to do paperwork anymore. Reset's sparing me that headache. Well, regardless, you've been surrounding yourself with some interesting people. Especially the blonde-haired one. She's an Aramis student like Kitty, right? If my instincts are right, she... Let's not play detective with her. Everyone's got their secrets, right? True enough. I suppose you and I also have things we don't want to share with each other. Yep, we've both got sides we'd rather keep hidden. The only person who can face that part of yourself is you. Couldn't have put it better myself. Here we are, this is the final spot. Afterwards, Van Dingo reached a memorial park. Upon confirming there were no data transfer problems with the Orbal Network, they made their way back to Edith. I'm honestly impressed. I thought the connection would have been more spotty given how far we were from the city. Guess we can call this test a success. Yeah, thanks for the help, Van. Now I can... yeah, no problem. Always happy to lend a hand. That cloud storage thing still sounds crazy to me. Technology's come a long way in the last decade. This is true, and you've seen that firsthand, Basil, and while working with Marduk. It's all a result of generations of people building on the achievements of those who came before them. Is that kind of thinking why you always look out for Marielle? You trying to help the next generation? Perhaps. It might be why I did the same for you 5 years ago. I just can't bring myself to turn a blind eye to someone in need, even if I honestly don't know if I have the right to be helping anyone. Especially after all the pain I caused with my poor judgment in my younger years. Dingo. I've just got one thing to say to that. You've taught me a lot over these past 5 years. And I'm sure Marielle's absorbing a fair bit from you too. The knowledge she gains from you will definitely help her as she follows her own path through life, just as it helped me with mine. I'm not gonna let anyone dismiss everything you've done for us, and that includes you. Besides, if you're saying you've got poor judgment, where does that leave us? Fair point, I didn't mean to slight you or her. Forget I said anything, that wasn't like me. Still. No, he's a grown man now, it's not my place to tell him that. I'm sure the influence of those around him will lead him to realize the truth on his own. You're being awfully quiet all of a sudden. I was just thinking about how much you've grown these past 5 years. You were still pretty immature back then. Can we not talk about this? The two of them drove back to the capital. Van then bade farewell to Dingo and returned to his work.
Hey, once things calm down, let's grab some drinks at Bramati's. My treat.
Okay, back worth leaning on. Van's strength plus 10. I've really been neglecting Aaron this entire playthrough, huh? Both in battle and in Connect events. Yume's been looking at me with disappointment in her eyes as of late. Maybe I should have a talk with her in the office. Van went back to the office, bringing Yume upstairs with him. Come on, Yumes, cheer up already. Don't gotta be so mad. I'm not mad. I was just really looking forward to it. The night before the previous work trip. Van, are you going on another work trip? Yep, got some stuff in a city called Basel. Okay, you better behave for Agnes and Ferry, alright? I will, and you be a good girl while I'm gone, okay? If you behave, I'll bring you back some snacks. Yeah, you promise me? If you do, I promise I'll be a good girl. Yep, it's a promise, Yume. It completely slipped my mind with everything that happened back in Basel. I feel awful. And it's okay, you must have been really busy. I don't mind, I can always ask Grandpa this for snacks. Nope, she totally minds. If she goes back looking like that, Victor's gonna skin me alive. And it looks like you're getting sent to the doghouse. Aaron, why are you here? Wait, maybe Aaron has snacks, I don't know. It's really listening in on people, you know? Yeah, you just need some snacks that are a little different, right? Hold on a sec, I've got just the thing. Aaron left and came back soon after carrying some ingredients. Well, Aaron, you can cook. You gotta learn when you live alone for so long. I don't think I'm as good as your grandpa, but I'm not too shabby either. What you gonna make? Oh, you'll see. Oh, that looks yummy. These are Monto, right? Kinda similar, but not the same. Here you go, kiddo. Have a bite. Thanks. It's so sweet. I love it. What's the matter? Sweet tooth aching for a bite? I mean, yeah, I'm a little interested. Not like I'm dying to have one or anything, though. Call it academic curiosity, since I'm a professional sweets connoisseur and everything. Alright, just shut up and try one. Your excuses are embarrassing. Don't mind if I do. What the? Such subtle sweetness inside this round package, and the buttery smooth texture from the filling reminds me of red bean paste. And is that egg? It's sweetness at the center, yet it also has a slight hint of sourness to balance it out too. So many flavors all compacted together. It's sublime. Eating this warms my very soul. I knew letting you have one was a bad idea. It's so sweet, and smooth, and yummy. The dough's kneaded with honey, and the eggs got their seasoning before getting mixed in. The filling's hawthorn mix of crystal sugar. Gives it some nice variety, both in texture and sweetness. That's also what gives it the nice acidity. Damn, look at you, hiding these secret cooking talents behind the punk facade. I don't get what you guys are talking about, but you're amazing, Aaron. Hell yeah, I am. That's all you need to know about me. Hey, can I share them with Mommy and Grandpa? I want them to try too. Sure, there's plenty to go around. Better eat them while they're still hot. Yay, okay, I'll be back. Yume hoisted a plate of sweets up and took them off beaming. Thanks for that, kid. You saved my hide. Damn straight I did. You owe me for that, Chief. Yeah, I know. But you seriously caught me off guard. Didn't think you'd know your way around a kitchen. Well, I don't make sweet stuff all that often. Compared to how I was growing up, I like savory stuff better now. Where'd you pick this recipe up then? My mom used to make these all the time. She was a theater actress just like me. They were her way of celebrating plays going well. I liked them a lot, when I was a kid at least. Huh, guess acting runs in the family. You got it, she was pretty damn popular back in the day too. Anybody who knew anything about theater knew who she was, but if they had the sort of technology that we do now, man, I'm telling you. She'd easily be up there with that Phoenix dancer chick from Arkansas. You're really proud of your mom, huh? I mean, how can I not be? She raised my punk ass all by herself for Radius' sake. I didn't have a dad growing up. Mom was the only family I ever had. She's the reason I'm into theater, you know? But she died before I got any good at it. Did she teach you how to make those sweets? Bingo, she taught me right as I started getting into theater. And I don't think you gotta worry about it. Worry about what? You said they were her way of celebrating her plays being a success, right? Then she obviously taught you because she was already sure you'd succeed as an actor. And you know what? I bet you anything she could already see you performing on stage absolutely killing it. Probably knew from the start that you'd make it. It's what I think anyway. Damn it, where the hell did that come from? Aaron, I've got a package for you. For me, what gives? I don't know, this lady on an Orbal bike told me to give it to you. She said it was from Longport. She did. Hey, didn't you just make these? That's weird. There's a few letters too. I figured you're probably getting lonely up in Edith about now, so I tried to make these the way your moms used to taste. Make us proud up there. Yours truly, Ashton. P.S. Try not to be a pain in the butt to Van and everyone else there, okay? Hey, buddy. Ashton had me taste testies to make sure they'd be up to snuff for you. Keep your chin up and don't stop for nothing. It's what Sei and Huang would want. Sid. Damn it, Ashton. Mind your business. And what the hell's Sid doing here, acting like he's doing me a favor just for playing taste tester? So like those guys, I swear. I think what they're trying to say is that you still got a family even if you don't have any blood relatives left. They still really care about you. Yeah. Oh, are you lonely, Aaron? Do you want to play with me? I promise you'll feel all better if you do. Sure, sport. Sounds like fun. What do I do with these, though? They're just gonna end up getting wasted. Ask Agnes and everyone else to come, then we can eat them together. Sounds perfect. We'll make a whole party of it. Don't get too carried away, kid. Don't want the neighbors getting mad. Aaron did just as Yume suggested and had the rest of the agency over for a tasty sweets party. Once the impromptu party wrapped up, Van resumed his normal activities.
Guess I owe you one. I'll introduce you to a nice place I just know you'll like, old man.
Hey, now I have cheeky adult strength plus 10. Okay, taking into account things going forward, Catray went out of his way to upgrade our Orbal Net environment. I suppose this is an important bit of capital investment, eh? Guess I'll go do some shopping at the Orbal Cafe by the station. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they please. Report, your purchases fit perfectly within your budget. Perfect. Man, having an expert on board really comes in handy when you're out shopping. Thanks, man. We got some nice deals on high-quality equipment there. Don't mention it. As long as I'm working out of your office, the stability of its Orbal network access is really important to me. I was happy to help. If anything, I was surprised by how accommodating you were to everything I asked for. Yeah, it must be... Orbal 2 must be very difficult to watch it with at only 480p, huh? Well, Reset's the software specialist. You're the hardware specialist. I obviously don't have bottomless pockets, so I can't accommodate for everything, but I trust your judgment on this. What's up? It's just you're much different than would be expected from someone running a shady business like yours. You barely know me. Taking that into account, I wouldn't expect you to extend such freedom and trust to me. Hey, you're the expert here. I'm not gonna butt in when I'm aware you know better than I do. Arkride Solutions keeps growing and growing. You all have your unique skills, and I'm not about to go wasting them. So why not take advantage of my employees' knowledge then? I'm inclined to agree when you put it that way. Okay, then, let's haul this stuff back to the office. Trust you can handle the installation. Of course. Orbital abnormality detected in the vicinity. I wonder if something happened. The big screen's gone off. I wonder if it's lost power. No, there's some digital noise still present, so it can't be that. It must be a hardware failure. I'm going to go and speak to the person in charge. Understood. Hold up. Catra went to speak to the store's owner, who was just as perplexed and agreed to let him handle repairing the screen. Pio, I need a full scan of the building's structure and wiring. Saros, I need you to sniff out any signs of orbital leaks and burn-in. Understood. Commencing scan. What are those things? So you really couldn't stop yourself from butting in on this one, could you? Excuse me, butting in. This is about someone who clearly needs assistance, someone that can help. Grant's always said that the ultimate goal of technology and science should be helping people. So if I have the ability to be of assistance, then I will do everything in my power to help them. Guess no one's gonna fault Professor Hamilton for dreaming big. But you gotta cool it. You ain't one of the three disciples. Those are some big shoes you're not gonna be able to fill. There ain't enough hours in a day to solve every problem you come across. So that's one of your principles as a spriggan, is it? Not a principle, call it life experience. Analysis complete, Catra. Sending data. Thanks, you two. If you're so pressed for time, Van, then you're more than free to leave. I can handle the rest myself. So, teenagers. Catra, Fio, and Zeros set about investigating the cause of the malfunction. They searched top to bottom and floor to wall to find the supposed faulty wiring. Well, I'm at a loss. This is more difficult than I anticipated. I was so certain this was a case of cable thermal degradation. Was I wrong? Is this the cause of something else? You're overthinking this, bud. If you don't intend to offer any actionable solutions, then kindly shut it. Damn, aren't we snippy? Fine, I'll help. Fio's scanner is shard-based, yeah? Tell them to do an ultrasound infrared scan of the area. What? Why? Just give it a try. If I'm right, problem solved. If I'm wrong, you get to launch a snark attack. It's a win-win. The source of the problem has been identified. Are you for real? Shard search function come in clutch. Tech's still in its infancy, though. There's been a few cases where I couldn't detect a degraded circuit. That came up during one of Marduk's tests a while back, but it looks like luck's on our side today. You got any replacement parts for them? Fio, commencing search for compatible components. The screen was successfully repaired, and the stationary was restored to its usual lively form. So we literally can't catch a break. Finally get some free time and then work gobbles it up. My prior assessment was on point, it seems. You really are a strange person. 1 second you're heckling from the sidelines, the next you're giving me a hand. Any boss worth their salt helps their employees when they're in a bind. What I did wasn't out of the ordinary. Plus we gotta set up the stuff we bought, so the sooner I can get you back to bear. Come on, let's go. We don't got all day. I still have much to learn. And there's more knowledge to be gained under his tutelage than I expected. I need to make the most of this opportunity. I want to have grown by leaps and bounds by the time I see Grant again. Van and Catra returned to the office and installed the parts they purchased. Afterwards, they reunited with the others and got back to work.
I'll have to whip up the Yankatine recipe I learned from Gran.
SCLM Chain Plus.
Hello, sweetheart.
My head is still spinning. So what? We've had the wool pulled over our eyes for going on 3 years now?
So it seems. Though this revelation coming from who it does is no surprise. I have to assume the commander, the second-in-command, and the archbishop were the only people who knew.
Damn bald-faced liar. The commander, too. What are we? Total strangers? You know what? I'm in the mood for a rematch. It's time to kick her ass for good this time.
Not to rain your parade, but the odds aren't quite stacked in your favor here. Where do the scores stand as of now? 2 wins, 7 losses. Free wins, 7 losses, excuse you, and it's not staying that way for long. These two they were present at Blacklight District. They are dressed rather oddly. Are you guys acquainted? Barely, if that. What are you doing here, Spriggan? Oh, speak of the devil. Guess that chance at another meeting wasn't too far off. Got too hot under those hoods, had to take us layer off. Biff, you wish. We were just being careful. Let's just say we got a complicated relationship with someone who was also there. This is how we dress on a daily basis. Appropriate travel attire regardless of whether it's by train, airship, or otherwise. Oh right, the Nihon priest I met on the way back kinda dressed like that too. Met way back. You don't look much like your usual traveling priest or sister, you know. Needle. Or is that Kevin, maybe? Huh, there, I will have to agree with you. Don't see what you're laughing about, it's just clothes. So, if I were to guess, I would assume you and Van share an acquaintance. You could say that.
What? You got a problem with us, punk? So you're the spriggan of the Republic. But personally, I think of you as the dropout of the Conlone school.
Now, Celise. It's not good to pick fights with him when you've only just met. Even if he is a shady piece of human waste from Adios knows where who can't figure out which half of the moral fence he's standing on.
Just met, but you sure got an opinion on me already. Not very fair if you ask me. Don't even know who you two are. Guess we can tell you that much. I'm not pleased personally, but very well.
I'm Celise. Celise Ortesia. Just think of me as your average wandering priest. Pleased to beat ya, Spriggan.
And I'm Leon Balthazar, also a wandering priest. I've been assigned to support Celise. It is once again a pleasure, fine folks of Arkride Solutions. Though, quite the heavy displeasure in your boss's case.
Give me a break here. We barely even know each other, and you're already baring your teeth at me. Whatever, you guys already know me, so it saves me that part of the intro, but it's just as I take jobs from anyone, as long as I don't cross the line. Even if you two don't like me much, I'll be willing to take a job or two from you. Might even help clear that nasty impression of me you've got. It'll be up to you to prove us wrong. Do appreciate a man that sticks to his principles. Unbunch your panties, Arkride. We're not here to pick a fight with you. I thought my heart was gonna beat right out of my chest. Those two are clearly not your average sister and priest. True, but I don't think the part about belonging to the church was a lie. Reminds me of a book I read once. I'll need to update our records. The 4th and 11th were far stronger than our initial analysis results indicated. Hey Arkride, did you hear? About what happened 3 years ago. Celise. 3 years ago, don't tell me that. Didn't say nothing, don't pay me any mind. You're free to speculate amongst yourselves as much as you want, but we won't be providing any further information. Though we are on the same boat, our goals couldn't be further apart. I would at the very least appreciate it if you took care not to bring shame upon him. Gotcha. Something's going on here. Listen here, you can call me Sister Celise. Think of me as a wandering nun of sorts. How about a sermon for you poor lost souls? No thanks. She doesn't exactly look like a stereotypical woman of the cloth.
Indeed.
It would seem Arkride Solutions is even more lively than the rumors say. I have to admit, I was fairly surprised to hear how widely varied your clientele is. I'd be more than glad to work with you if all of the opportunity arises, Arkride notwithstanding. Of course. I have something important to share with you today, Miss Kokona. What's up? Oh gosh, is his contract getting renewed? Please no. We're holding a Reader's Choice poll over the next week to determine what our most popular title is. There's a good chance Bravely Legends will be up amongst the top ranks. No, I'm certain it will be first, so let's make sure your next chapter is the best one yet. I actually thought I might do a nice uplifting chapter next. I got the storyboard here if you want to take a look. But what about the climatic fight against the evil organization? I I thought it might be nice to ease off the gas a little, story-wise. I could certainly use the break. I might be overstepping here, but don't you think this isn't the best time to diverge from the plot? We need to see Mia rescued from the enemy's clutches, at least. That Selma girl I met recently has been enjoying running a lot. She looks like the kind of gal that won't stop once she gets the ball rolling. That's why I invited her to Jess's concert. I just hope it can be something she'll enjoy just as much. Well, isn't Van and his crew? Welcome, dears, welcome. I'm entertaining some unusual guests at the moment, though I think you three might already be acquainted, no? Acquainted, yeah, but they sure ain't gonna be getting a birthday card from me. I'm gonna guess they stopped by for some info. Good try, darling, but you know I can't tell you that. But I might be willing to relent this time if you ask nicely. I might even be willing to tell you that they're here asking about A. You see, they have their sights set on a certain organization that A happens to be employing. Oh yeah? All of the garden's overseers got artifacts with them. It was a matter of time until the Septian Church sent someone over to try and recover those. Oh, you finally brought over that fresh new hire I've been hearing so much about. Catre Salesian, right? You're one of Professor Hamilton's students, aren't you, sweetie? That's right, and you must be Brahmati. I've heard my fair share about you as well. Namely about how you're a reputable information broker. It's a pleasure. I'll be providing technical support from here on, so I'm at your service if ever need arises. Oh, what a peach. Trust me, the pleasure is all mine. You got a full litter of pups to watch over now, don't you, Van, dear? No more slacking off for you. Don't you have a cocktail to make or something? Don't worry, we all do our best to pull our own weight. I look forward to a mutually supportive relationship between us, Mr. Brahmati. Oh, bye. Dingo mentioned that he wanted to make a reservation tonight. He's celebrating something with that little miss he's been looking after. That's so sweet of him. Oh shoot, one sec.
Hello, hello! I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
I just left. Nah, you're good. What's up, Brahmati? It's the man from earlier.
I have a little job for you. Interested?
Sure, it might take us a bit before we can tackle it, but you're free to run your request by us now if you want. Actually, this request comes from a regular of mine. He's in a spot of trouble, you see. He hoped he could discuss it with you personally. Will you be a dear and make time to meet with him? You want me to do what now? Come on, man, I'm on a tight schedule here. But what the hell, I do owe you one for your help in Farbad, so I can at least hear him out. I'll swing by your place in a sec. That may pose a problem. This is a matter that requires discretion, and my establishment is subject to the prying eyes of the public. They've already picked out a more secluded venue, as it so happens. Can I trouble you to drive there instead? They'll give you a call once you're on the road. In the meantime, let me send you a meeting location. Oh, this is... Good luck, my love. Hugs and kisses. That man is certainly a character, isn't he? He is indeed, and he's highly capable as well. He's just as adept with handling information as he is with cocktails. I won't argue with you there. So where are we headed now? We're gonna drive along the capital's Third Belt Expressway. They chose an interesting spot to meet up. I'm pretty damn curious to see who our mystery client is. They've certainly gone to great lengths to conceal where they are and what they're doing. Well, anyway, I believe my training is nearly at an end. As soon as we're ready, let's make our way back to the office and pick up the car. Sounds good to me. Wait, who made you the boss? Kids, he says. Perhaps we should stop and resupply on our way to the office, then we can head off. Well, we should probably get the other two up to speed once we get back. Expressway Route 3 was added to the travel menu. Choosing this will cause the main story to advance. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails for Daybreak. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.